Something that comes to my mind often is Dr. Seuss's poem, The Lorax. One of my favorite parts is this: unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's gonna get better. It's not. Similarly to the events in the story of the Lorax, I have also seen in real life the decline in the quality of the environment and the impact of global warming. This affected me, so I decided to take action because I realized that I cared a whole awful lot about the environment around me. Thus, I will share with you my activities over the past year to stop global warming, as an illustration that I had to be the first to change. This is how a forest here where I live in Romania looked like a few years ago. Likewise to the story of the Lorax, it was cut down by people fueled by greed, leaving behind a wasteland of stumps and heavily polluted air. Now, I could just point my finger at these people and say, hey, you guys are damaging the environment. But I realize that when I point my finger at someone, 3 others point back at me, a sign that I should be the first to change. This also reminds me of the saying, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? Change, therefore, began with me, and here is how. At my school, we were challenged to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes, which is a similar exercise to seek first to understand and then to be understood. Thus, only after I seek to understand the motives of those who cut down trees can I seek to be understood, and then I can truly speak for the trees. But in order to end global warming, a significant change must happen, because, per Stephen Covey, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. Basically, we've been burning way too much fossil fuels. We've been cutting down too many trees, and as a result, CO2 levels in the atmosphere have been going up. Temperatures have been rising, and glaciers have been melting. Such facts changed my beliefs, and in turn, I changed my behavior. Because what we are communicates far more eloquently than anything we say or do. As there were 3 fingers pointing back at me, here are at least 3 things that I did and how I changed my behavior to stop global warming. 1. I used to use taxis everywhere I go, but I got a bike and now I ride my bike almost everywhere. 2. I saw trees being cut down, but then I started planting trees. And 3. I used to dispose of trash, but now I started recycling and picking up the trash that I saw on the ground. Now, I changed my behavior, but in order to end global warming, I must involve others also. So I participated in discussions and marches. I wrote articles. I personally do not want deforestation to happen. I want to live in a clean environment, frugally. Life is not about accumulation anyway, but about contribution. I want to contribute and live a healthy life. I desire to see the future generations living an abundant life without fear of the consequences of global warming. But unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.